What's up, guys? We're here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be making a crafting guide. We're going to be trying to make this amulet right here. I'm going to show you guys all the steps and how we crafted this. My community helped me with this. So I'm playing extenuate mines, which I love this build. I am going to have an updated POB for you guys and an updated video because I finally have all my gear for the end game. So I'm going to show you guys how to craft the amulet, this scepter, as well as the belt and some other items for this build. So in today's video, we're going to be doing just the amulet. It is a +2 skill gems amulet with global crit strike multi on it. So I'm going to walk you guys through the steps because this will save you a crap ton of money. And if you guys like to craft, then this will help you out. So to craft this, first things first, we're going to go over here. We're going to go into the trade. You want to get a base. Now for my build in particular, I'm going with the agate base because it gives me strength and intelligence, which I need for the build. These are going right now on the day of recording, 7/7. I'm right after July 4th weekend. They're going for about 1 divines here. This one obviously is just a troll, but they go for about 1 divines, which is fine. You don't care what all these other mods are on them because all you want is the fractured global crit strike multi. This is the main thing that you want, and this is going to be the easiest thing to do the actual craft. If you try to get like fractured all gems or fractured like all fizz gems, like it's going to cost way too much. This is the cheapest option. So you're going to snag any base you want. I like a gate, but if you don't want a gate, you can get a different one. So grab one of these bases for a divine. And then we're going to come over here to the crafter because this is the only way I can do it. I don't have another item actually in game. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually do this. So from here, we're going to basically scour the rare amulet downward into just the base here. Now, the prefix that we want to get is +1 to all skill gems. This is the one you want. You do not want to get plus level to all physical skill gems because later we're going to be doing an add fizz swap and it's going to add this so we don't have to do it, and then it's pretty much deterministic after that. So there's a few ways to get this, but obviously the most like frustrating way is the way we did it is alt spamming. So you're going to use your alterations, you're going to spam until you get this. The all skill gems is the absolute lowest weight here at 50. It's crazy how many. It takes about 2,000 alterations on average to get it, which is a few divine. So if you don't have that and you don't want to spend the time in your inventory alt spamming, then feel free. It was a pain, but we finally got it. So after you alt spam and you get the plus to all skills. Now, during your alt spam, what I will tell you is that because you have a global crit strike multiplier, when you alt spam the item, it is going to just like remove the secondary items. So that way the only thing that shows up is the crit strike multi. So when that happens, if you want to save a little bit on your alterations, you could just use the orb of augmentation, throw it on there and then spam, but then you're clicking back and forth. So if you don't want to do that and you got the money, then just alt spam and you're good to go. Now, after you get the plus to all skill gems, quality the item. If you have the currency, quality this, it's going to make everything much easier. It costs the cheapest when you have it at the blue mod. So please do that. Please do that. It'll make it so much easier. Also, big shout out to Fearless for the additional tips and helps for this. I want to make sure I give a full shout out to him. I don't think I did at the beginning of the video, but big shout out to him and my community just helping me do this. I'm still rather new to Path of Exile, so bear with me. All right. So after we get the plus to all skill gems, what we're going to do is we're going to regal this. Okay, so a few things can happen when you regal this. The main thing that we want to get is a suffix modifier because this is going to give us the best odds when we do the add fizz swap. Now, obviously, any suffix that you get, it doesn't really matter. But if you do get a good one like plus to like all stats or not all stats, but like plus to res or something like that is really good. That will really help. You do want 1 res on here, but I'm going to show you guys how to get that later. So from here, if you do get a suffix, what you're going to do after this is you're going to come down. You're going to come down to the crafted and you're going to do, if I can search for it, cannot roll attack modifiers. So you want to throw cannot roll attack modifiers on here. When you do this, now you're going to have 3 suffixes, but more importantly, you got really good odds when we do the as fizz swap to keep your skill gems. Now, what I will say is there's a very small chance that you lose the all skill gems and then you get the plus to fizz gems. And but at that point, it's bricked. You got to start all over. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to simulate this. So we got the suffix. So now we're going to go to add. Where is it? Add. Let's see. Harvest crafting. We're going to do add remove. And we're going to do physical here. And then we're going to go boom. So see, we got this to completely swap and we kept the other mods. So I'm going to undo. We're going to do it one more time. There we go. So now on this, it got rid of the crafted mod and it gave us the plus to all physical gems. And we got to keep the all skill gems. So ideally what you want to get is a suffix. If you don't get a suffix, then that's okay. You could probably get to this point and it'll cost you a little bit more. But what we want to do is we want to add a suffix to this just to make it the easiest. So we got a suffix. It doesn't matter what it is. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to craft a suffix on here because we want to have all 3 suffixes on here. So let me go down to the craft. It doesn't matter what you craft on here at all. So we'll add this. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to exalt slam the amulet. So that way we have 2 natural prefixes and 2 natural suffixes with a craft. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back and do cannot roll attack modifiers and do this before you do the add fizz. So now we're going to add remove physical and boom. Now we got the all skills, the all fizz. We kept the lightning and it didn't actually take away our attack roll modifier, which is fine. That's the craft. And we actually got to keep our lightning res, which is really good. So at this point, now we can move forward and finish out the item. So there's a few things that you could do from here. If you wanted to, we would just change this. And now what you could do is you could come in here and craft mine throwing speed. You add the mine throwing speed and then boom, your amulet is done. Now let's go back. Let's back up and say that we wanted to get rid of the go forward. Add remove fizz. Boom. Let's say it happens like this and we lose the fizz, right? But then we gain spell damage. So this modifier is actually really good to get spell damage for the build. But let's say it's a prefix that you didn't want. That's okay. We're going to do the same exact thing. Now we can come down and we can just craft on mine throwing speed, which is totally fine. You can definitely come grab this. And then boom, your mine throwing speed. And then boom, your gem is done. If you wanted to get the 3rd suffix, you could just slam it and hope you get res. You could do that. However, the other way to get res, like if this is how your amulet ends up, you can come over here back to the harvest crafting and it doesn't matter what one you get. Let's just add resist change modifier that grants, or excuse me, reforge. Where is it? We're not doing it. Add remove lightning. We're not doing add remove lightning. Yeah, we're not doing that. What we're doing is reforge with including. So what you could do at this stage is you could do prefixes cannot be changed. You add prefixes cannot be changed, right? So you got 2 suffixes. Then you can reforge here in the harvest craft with lightning. Let's say you do that and boom, we add lightning res. So you're all set. I got a really good roll. And now you can come back in here to the craft and you can add on your throwing speed. If I can find it, if I scroll down, where is our mine throwing speed? And then boom, you're done. You got your res, your global, your 2 gems, and then spell damage, which is great. This would be actually perfect. If you don't have whatever this 3rd prefix is totally fine. It's not a big deal. Again, let's say you get the prefix modifier on here. It's not a big deal. You'll be fine. We're just going to go through the same process all the way to the end. So what we would do here is we would do cannot roll. We would get cannot roll attack modifiers. And then we're going to take the really lucky chance that we get the add roll fizz. Boom. So we lose that and get the physical skill gems, which is totally fine. Now we just have a 3rd prefix modifier, which we don't like. Now we can use this and get rid of it later, which I'll show you. So now what we're going to do is we can come in here and it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But if you want to add a res to this, you're going to do prefixes cannot be changed. Then again, we're going to be in harvest crafting. We're going to do reforge with lightning. We're going to add this on here, and we got a lightning res. Hopefully it's better than what, you know, that is. Hopefully you get a high roll. And then after that, all you're going to do is come craft in mine throwing speed. And then boom, your amulet is done. Just hope that the prefix modifier that you got from the initial roll is there. Otherwise, you're kind of just stuck, right? Otherwise, you're just stuck with whatever that is. But if you luck out, then you are good to go. And that's it, guys. That's how we crafted our amulet. It's very awesome. So again, I got lucky and I still have a prefix open. So if I wanted to, I could exalt slam this and just hope I get spell damage. I would really hope that would help. What also could be cool is that I figure out what I could do to help block and give myself the best odds to get spell damage on here. Craft that on as a suffix and then exalt slam. Hopefully I get it, and then I would recraft mine throwing speed on here. Otherwise, boom, you're done. The amulet's all set, and you are good to go, guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you guys have any other suggestions of other ways I can do this, I think there's also a way that you can unveil, but I'm not an expert in that. So if you guys have some suggestions with unveiling to help hit all of these mods, then you guys can definitely help me out in the comments with that. But please like the video. Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And as always, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.